You know, people ask me a lot, what is your dream to do in music? And when did it start? Well, the dream of music, I mean, started back when I was a kid with my grandpa, man. We used to go to my grandpa's house a lot, man. He was just a little kid. He used to play the saxophone, and he'd play the saxophone for us, man. And I'm telling you, man, like every weekend, that's all me and my brother wanted to do was go to our grandparents' house. And, you know, there's so much fun stuff to do there. But for me, the greatest part was that saxophone, man. He'd let me play with it. And, well, you know, needless to say, I can't play a saxophone worth a damn, guys. But, you know, the truth was a saxophone, man. And then, you know, that started the dream. And then at about 8 years old, my mom and dad, I remember where we lived. We lived on Mabley Hill Road in Fenton, Michigan, just an old dirt road. They bought a house, and they had a VHS camcorder. And they let me and my brother used to play with it, man. And, you know, back then we didn't know what music was, but we would like karaoke to the Beach Boys, man, and film ourselves doing it, acting like we were singing the Beach Boys, you know, kind of lip singing, you know what I'm saying? But that's where the dream started for me, you know? And then, the dream really grew bigger when you know, I got my first CD, and that was it was Warrant. It was that album by Warrant, the old rock group, and it had the song Heaven on it. And then the second album I ever bought was Guns N' Roses. You know, mom and dad said, hey, go in there and get whatever you want, whatever CD. And so I come out with, you know, like 10, 12-year-old, maybe about that age, and come out and they saw a big parental advisory on the cover of that Appetite for Destruction album. And they immediately made us take it back. And they fought with the store because it had already been open, and the store's like, we don't take back. You know, it's crazy how I remember this shit, man. You know, and the store wouldn't take it back, and my mom and dad, I remember fighting with the store. No, this is not good. You sold this to a kid, da 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 da. So they ended up taking it back. And so my second album that I actually was able to keep was the Metallica 1 album. And I mean, from there, guys, I was hooked, man. That's where the dream started. And it just built more and more over the years, you know what I'm saying? The dream started as an innocent kid, man, that just got a high with anything to do with music. And I'm gonna be honest, that same high I still have today, you know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, the dream, that's the dream. It's just to make music, man, and it started as a kid. So anyways, I guess y'all doing chapters, I guess. So what is this, chapter 2 now? My teens? My teens, I was pretty hard-headed. You know, I was pretty disobedient to my parents and the teachers. I remember I've never been one to take bullying very easy, you know. Teens is really where I came to find myself, you know, and realize that, you know, no matter if I spoke out or I stayed silent, people were always going to find a reason to hate me. They were always going to find a reason to trash talk me and bully me, you know. Started out high school as one of the smallest kids, you know what I'm saying? So that led to a lot of bullying. By the time I ended high school, I was one of the bigger dudes. Not like muscular, but tall-wise. So, you know, by the end of high school, people didn't mess with me as much because I fought back, you know. Teens were rough years, but they were the years where I found myself, and they formed, you know, the foundation of my dreams was laid there, you know, man. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Dayton family, but I bumped them and I was hooked to rap, man. And from that point on, man, we were, you know, me and my friends, we were going out on the weekends, hitting back roads, fucking, you know, back then you'd get cassette tapes with you know, like instrumentals on the back of them, you know, and we'd pop those in the cassette player and we'd just freestyle all night, man. We you know, get a little weed, get a little beer, and we'd cruise the back roads, man, and just freestyle, man. And I believe it was probably pretty horrible back then, but, you know, that's the teens, guys, and the teens were what were preparing me for what was next, you know. So, you know, I don't know, man, these first two chapters, they're not too long. There's not a whole lot to say because this is all about the dream, right? So I got to make it about the dream. And the dream, you know, and my whole life's based on the dream. It really has. But my teens, they were rough, guys. They were really rough. Oh. The first time I rapped on a microphone, first time I recorded a song, well, I can remember that. You know, we first started out, you know, it was me and a guy named Chad Enzy. He went by the rap name Tragic. Man, the dude, I'm going to tell you, that dude was out there, boy. He was out there in Cloud Pluto, man. I heard something about him, you know, a few years back. He got caught in a Walmart parking lot in a back page prostitution sting. He thought he was going there to be a prostitute. He was met by a detective. His ass made the fucking Channel 2 News in Nashville. It's funny shit. But he got me into rapping, like recording, you know, man. And so what we did, we had a double tape deck, you know, tape cassette player, man. And so how we started recording was we'd play on that one cassette deck and then use the other one to record on another cassette, and then we just bounce them back and forth. We do dubs like that, but it was horrible, man. I mean, because you were copying the music on top of the music on top of the music, you know. So, you know, but that's how we started recording. And then later on, you know, man, you know, getting magazines and stuff, and I saw where, you know, a lot of the recorders in recording studios were basically 4-head VHS recorders. So we tried getting VHS recorders and doing the same thing, bouncing tracks back and forth like that. And, you know, it was just the same principle as a cassette tape. The quality was a little better, but it still sucked. And then eventually, you know, we got a little karaoke box from Radio Shack, and it would actually remove the vocals off any cassette tape you put in it, which was really cool. But again, still sucked, but that was our first hand at recording. And again, fell in love with the process, fell in love with the experience, fell in love with all of it. And that's what led to the drive, the dream even getting bigger and better, you know. We'd actually take our cassette tapes, and I can't believe people didn't laugh at us, and we'd actually record cassette tapes and go out and sell them, dude. Get $5 a cassette tape. And I mean, I can't believe back then people were like, oh, y'all are good, you know. But no, we weren't good. Not at all. I remember old Chad Tragic there, that Tragic guy, man. He used to do that crisscross. He'd go to school with his pants on backwards. You remember Crisscross? Man, that was that rap group where they wore their clothes backwards. And that motherfucker would go to school with his pants on backwards, try to get me to do it. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. But that's our first recordings. And then, you know, what happened next, I'm going to discuss in the next chapter, man. But our recording level went up. I happened to, what we'll talk about. So, you know, after the first recordings there, you know, towards my late teens, things opened up. I right around year 2000, well, 1997, 98-ish, I got a good job working for Ford Motor Credit, a company called Primus, but it was Ford Motor Credit. They called it Primus in Franklin, Tennessee. Made $12 an hour. But the dollar went a little further, and I ended up buying a real mic. I bought got a real piece of software for a computer. That's about when computer recording started taking off a little bit. And we started recording that way. You know, I remember, man, we couldn't do more than 16 tracks total, or 8 tracks. Maybe it was just like 8 tracks total in that software, and the computer RAM would just cut off. You just, it would crinkle and buffalo, and so we still weren't able to get it going, but had a nice studio, man. Had, you know, little surround sound speakers, you know, nothing big, but it was great. And we ended up having people come over to the house and record, and so our parties on Friday and Saturday nights would be a bunch of people getting together in my studio, and again, it just made the dream bigger, guys. You know, it made the big dream so much bigger. But that era is what brought in the Powder P era. You know, I don't know if y'all heard of Powder P. He had a Billboard #1 single with Ghetto Cowboy back in 1998. And, you know, I mean, I hope you guys show the clip that I gave you when y'all put the video together. But, you know, Powder P, he was a character, man. He was a guy that experimented with hard drugs, and, you know, the egg in the frying pan that you saw in the commercials. This is your brain on drugs. Well, that was his brain because of drugs.
Yeah, man, Powder P was a crazy motherfucker, man. I'm telling you. Something happened to that boy. That nigga took he took some kind of bad drug, man, and it was over. I don't know what happened to him. Real talk. Y'all know how I met Powder P? I'm gonna tell the story on how I met Powder P. Now, this is some crazy shit. I think I told y'all, but I don't know. Now, this motherfucker, yeah, he's still alive, but I think he in the crazy house. No lie. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I ain't dead yet, okay? So, this is how I met him. So, I'm at my house in Cleveland, chilling, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, you know what I'm saying? And my doorbell ring. So, I'm like, my ex-house with at the time, she goes to the door, you know what I'm saying? My ex-wife, she goes to the door, she come back, she's like, yo, there's some white boy at the door. He look crazy in a motherfucker. I said, who? She said, I don't know. So I say, well, shit, what'd he say? She's like, he looking for Crazy Bone. That immediately pissed me off. I'm like, who the fuck is at my door looking for Crazy Bone? It ain't supposed to be at my motherfucker. Okay, get the pistol. Motherfucking pistol right now. I'm pissed. So I say, you know what I'm saying? I say, well, just tell him I ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So she go back and tell him he ain't here. So he leaves. The next day, this nigga comes back. So I go to the door like, yo, what's happening, man? Who is you? He like, yo, man, my name is Powder P. Country the motherfucker. Like, yo, man, yeah, he was red the motherfucker, too nervous as fuck. Like, yo, I didn't mean to come ring your doorbell, but I'm a huge fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, I'm a huge fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony. And when he said that, I was getting pissed. the more he talked, I'm thinking to myself, so this motherfucking fan done come to my door, just ring my motherfucking doorbell. This motherfucker here got the nerve. I'm heated. So he just talking and talking and talking. I'm like, yeah, okay. So he like, yeah, man, you know, Tupac is one of my favorite rappers. And you know, and my birthday is on the same day Tupac's, June 16th. I was like, oh yeah? And so he talked for so long. I'm like, bro, and this dude is, so I'm looking at him the whole time. I'm like, this dude pretty bold to be coming knocking on my motherfucking door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I say, so you can rap, huh? He's like, yeah, bro, I can rap. I said, okay, take my number down and call me in a few days. So I gave him my number, and he called me one day, and I met up with him, and he rapped for me. I was like, you sound pretty cool. So where you live at? He was like, yeah, I'm just I'm staying with my attorney. I say, what? He said, I'm staying with my attorney because I got into some trouble in Nashville, and my attorney was, you know, them was the stipulations. I'm like, this shit crazy. So I'm like, okay, so that's cool. So he was down the street, and he just started coming around more and more. So one day, I took him to the studio with me. He just sat around the studio, asked me a million questions, like this, that. And he just started hanging out with me. We opened up the Mo Thug office, and I gave him a job at the Mo Thug office. Like, he opened up the office every morning. He kept the office clean. He cleaned that shit up. He cleaned the office. He ran the office. He let people in and out the office. He ran our street team. He ran our street team. We took him out on tour. He was moving with us. He was doing good. You know, he was on the Mo Thug Family Reunion album. He was doing his shit, and he took a trip home one day. He was like, Craig, I need to go home. I was living in Miami at the time. He said, Craig, I need to go home to visit my people. Can you send me home to Tennessee? And I'll come back in a few weeks. I said, cool, no problem. I bought him a ticket, sent him home. He was down there for a few weeks. He hit me back, yo, I'm ready to come back to Miami, get back to work. I said, okay, cool. Brought him back to Miami. So I immediately knew something wasn't right when he got back, because he was just like staring into space, like all the time, like staring into space. And one day we got up and we hopped on a little boat. You know what I'm saying? They had a boat, so I take everybody around on a little boat, and I'm playing music. I'm playing new music that I just did in the studio like a couple of days ago on the boat. I'm playing the music, you know, we vibing. And this nigga turns the music down like, yo, Craig, I didn't know you felt that way about me. I say, huh? What the fuck is you talking about? He said, I hear what you saying in the song, you talking about me, huh? You want to kill me. I say, this nigga, I say, huh? Well, you know, I brush it off, because this is the first incident. So I brushed it off, like, man, get the fuck up out of here. You tripping, you tripping. So, you know, a couple days go by. You know what I'm saying? I had like a big house in Miami, Star Island, big ass house. So I had all the artists there, all the Mo Thug artists, like when we used to go record, they used to stay with me in Miami. So I had everybody there. It was Felicia was there, Thug Queen was there, Powder was there, Mo Hart, everybody was there. So a couple days go by. I'm in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You know, I used to wake up in the morning, cook everybody breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Get up, cook breakfast for niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I get up one morning, I go in the kitchen, and I'm like, I'm looking through the fucking drawers, like all the like the you know the silverwares, and all the knives is gone. All the knives in the motherfucking house is gone. I'm like, the fuck is the knives at in this motherfucker? What the fuck is going on? So nobody knew the knives at. So Powder, he had a room in the house. He had his own room in the house because when I first went to Miami to get the house, he went with me. I took him with me, so he went with me when I got the house. So he had a room. So the nigga just moved out of the room and moved himself into the fucking closet. The walk-in closet that was under the steps. No bullshit. This is a true fucking story. The nigga moved himself into the motherfucking closet up under the steps. So I'm like, shit was just strange. And everybody's like, yo, this nigga is like, everybody's saying like, something ain't right with this dude. I'm like, yeah, you know what? So then Thug Queen come get me one day. I'm in the little pool room playing pool. My niggas, we playing pool. She like, Cray, come here. I said, okay. She take me in the closet. This nigga got all the knives up under his motherfucking pillow. I say, uh-oh. We got a lunatic. We got a lunatic on our hands. Everybody guard your grill. No bullshit. This motherfucker had all the knives up under his motherfucker. So I take all the knives and I take all the fucking knives and I put the motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this nigga's tripping. So we in the pool. This is a totally different day. We in the guest house playing pool. And my niggas, my more thug niggas, they like, you know what I'm saying, Craig, let's go out to the club. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm gonna chill. Y'all can go out, take the cars, y'all go out, you know what I'm saying? I stayed I stayed home. I'm playing pool. Me and Powder playing pool with each other. It's just me and him there. Nobody else in the whole house. We playing pool, playing the music, smoking, you know what I'm saying, playing pool. So just out of nowhere, this nigga get to laughing like he the devil or some shit. Just like a real satanic laugh. And I'm like, I look back like, trying to play this shit off like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? But in my mind, I'm saying, oh, this motherfucker about to get me. Ain't nobody here to help. God damn. Shit. He about to kill me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, shit, this shit about to go down now. So this motherfucker, like, so he like laughing. I'm like, man, come on, man, take your shot. So he take the pool stick and he get to poking me in the side, laughing like, hey. Laughing. I'm like, bro, chill out. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But he keep doing it. So I'm like, hey, man, bruh, take your motherfucking shot and chill the fuck out. He said, okay. So then I turn around and walk to the other side of the pool table. This motherfucker jumps on my motherfucking back. Jumps on my motherfucking back, acting crazy as fuck. Look what I did, y'all. Cause I had on flip-flops. The nigga pissed me off because when he jumped on my back, I wasn't prepared for it. So the nigga made me fall to the motherfucking ground. So now I'm heated. Ain't nobody but me and him in the motherfucker. I say, hold on, bro. I'll be right back. I went and put on my motherfucking sneakers, laced them bitches up, came back downstairs and beat the dog shit out of him. No lie. Just me and him in the house. No motherfucking lie. And he snapped right out of it like, yo, what's wrong, Craig? What did I do? I say, motherfucker, you tell me. Who is this I'm talking to? Is it motherfucking Powder or is it the other motherfucker? Let me know, because I'm gonna kick the other motherfucker's ass. That shit was crazy, yo. No lie. So he either left there and got on something and it fucked his mind up because he wasn't the same dude when he left and when he came back. And ever since then, you know what I'm saying? I tried to see the nigga one time after that. We did a show in Phoenix like 6-7 years ago. 6-7 years ago. And I go down there, I call him, he sound normal, like, oh, Craig, man, I'm so happy to hear from you, man. I've been wanting to talk to you. Da-da-da-da-da. I got a surprise for you. I got some gifts for you. I said, okay. The nigga, I said, okay, come on through. The nigga bring me a big ass box. Big ass box. I don't know what's inside the box. This nigga got all kind of, open up the box, it's all kind of Buddha statues and all kind of crazy statues, scary looking shit. I'm like, what is this for? He like, I just felt this. I was like, okay, get the fuck out. Fuck out. This visit is over. You still crazy, motherfucker. Get the fuck away from me. And I ain't seen him since. No lie. And that's how the story with Potter, because everybody always asks me about Potter P. That's the story, and that's what happened to
him.
him.
He drunk and talk his own language, man. And literally try to have a conversation with you. It was really odd. But, you know, he'd just come back from Bone. Just, you know, his single was still Billboard #1. And I met him at Big Smo's house. Tragic. He'd come over to my studio and say, oh, you won't ever guess who's at Big Smo. I'm like, who the hell is Big Smo? First time I heard of Big Smo in our small little town. He's like, oh man, he's a dude down here rapping too. I met him like last week, man. Powder P's gonna be out there, and he invited me out there, and I'm gonna bring you. Come on out. So man, I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah, man. You know, so I go out there to Big Smo's house. Me and Tragic and Smo. You know, they're all hanging out with all these other people, and Powder P was in the living room. I'll never forget it. Powder P was in the living room of Smo's house. And he was just in there with the radio, full blast, just freestyling, man, all by himself. It was like nobody was messing with him. He was just in there in the zone, drunk, freestyling, man. And so I went in there, man, and we built a friendship. Like, I mean, we clicked right off the bat. And you know, at the time, Big Smo and him had just formed a rap group. But Smo didn't have a recording studio then. I remember Smo was just starting to fool with a program called Acid Loops. And you know, Ulrich was just getting into the DJing, and man, so anyways, you know, me and Powder P that night, we swapped phone numbers. I was like, hit me up, I got a studio, man, come on, let's do some music. And I'll be damned, like the next day, dude called me and was like, hey man, are you being real in the studio? Let's do something. And from that day on, we clicked. Powder P and Smo. Smo kind of ditched the group with Big Smo, and he came over, and we started making music. Eventually formed a group called Dem Boys, and you know, man, got to go do shit with Bone. Did events with Lil Jon, 8-Ball and Bone. Did a lot of things. I mean, a lot of fun things, man. It was awesome, man. Days I'll never forget, you know. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this is, I think, where the industry's got it so wrong, is that people think they're messing with big name people, and that their ticket's going to be punched. And I fell for that, you know. I fell for it, man. And that's what dictated my life through all my 20s and my 30s was you know, trying to get back to that moment, you know, with the Bone and all that. And you know, I'll never get my 20s and my 30s back. And you know, that brings it up. During that era, that's when I had my first like real steady girlfriend. We ended up having 3 kids together: Haley, Alex, and Hunter. Hunter was the oldest, then Haley, then Alex. And you know, I just wasn't the best father for them. You know, I was always gone, always in the studio, always music first. But you know, man, you gotta understand the mindset though, man. I was like, you know, I can go work an $8 an hour job in a factory, or I can really pursue this music. I've already done stuff with Bone and Powder P and all that, man. I mean, I can get back to that, you know, man. You know, because eventually me and Powder P kind of went separate ways, but it fomented that experience fomented into me that my God, man, this is something that's attainable. You know, here I am, I can't rap a lick, and I attain that. So from that point on, man, I was like, you know, they tell you if you got a dream and you believe in it hard enough and you work hard enough, you can make that dream happen. And that's what I did all through my 20s and 30s, man, and at the expense of my family, at the expense of my relationship with my parents and with my children and with the girls I was with, you know, and then kind of towards the end of the Powder P era there, you know, at that point I owned a studio on the square of Shelbyville. I had my own suite, and I'm telling you, we used to get crunk up in there. And I had heart problems from the time I was 13 to 27, and you know, finally I became immune to the medicine, and then they started having to hit me with the heart paddles and all that shit. And so I had to go have emergency heart surgery. I'll never forget Josh Carney, the way he said that, man, give me life flight or give me death. Because I was like on life flight all the time, dude. Flying on the helicopters on my way to Nashville because the little county hospital couldn't help me. So at the end of the day, one day I had to go to the hospital, and then I went and had this heart surgery, and I came home and kind of caught my old lady having sex with Powder P, out of all people. So anyways, that kind of ended that. You know, later on down the road, me and Powder P rekindled, and we did some more stuff together. But I mean, upstairs, he was never right. He was out there, just like that video you guys watched a few minutes ago. He was out there, man. I mean, when I say out there, I mean out there. I mean, you even heard it from Crazy Bone there. He was out there. And, you know, so from that point, man, through Powder P, I met a guy, Jay Grimes, and that's going to take us into, you know, the next chapter of this. Called The Villain Boys. / 65 years. So I met Jay Grimes through Powder P. Jay Grimes always tried to say he was Powder P's little brother, but he wasn't. And so we ended up making music together, and we formed a group called The Villain Boys. And during that era, you know, man, I was having clubs up in Cross Plains, Tennessee. Let me put shows on there a couple times a month, so I would book 10, 18 people. Out of those people I booked, maybe 7, 9 would show up. And got to meet more people in the rap game.
I keep a big ass gun.
Stunner boy, big cash bill, Lil C, Lil Don, Blake Don. Hey, said, you know you talking about that gun show shit. I think we got a theme song. Go!
I keep a big ass gun on my side when I ride, so you can ride a collide. It's my side, it's my home. I was raised in the neck of my woods. It's my hood, homie. Big ass gun on my side when I ride, so you can ride a collide, homie. It's my side, it's where I'm from. I was raised in the neck of my woods. It's my hood, homie. Crazy young motherfucker, hard till I die. You ain't got a gun, motherfucker, while I smoking all the weed, that's why I stay high. Keep talking shit, be a star in the sky, or a bird in the sky, or a plane in the air. Keep all this and I really don't care. With your guts on the ground and the birds in the air, you look like a pussy, you're softly scared.
Keep big ass guns in how I roll. Big 4-0 under my polo. Run up in the spot, put his ass on hush. Straight cigarette full of that kush. Ayy, it's dollar sign and you know the rest. I hit headshots, unprotected by the vest. And I lie if I say I'm fly. I'm parachute swagging, baby, I'm that high. Stun.
Ass gun on my side when I ride, so you can ride a collide, homie. It's my side, it's where I'm from. I was raised in the neck of my woods. It's my hood, homie. Big ass gun on my side when I ride, so you can ride a collide, homie. It's my side, it's where I'm from. I was raised in the neck of my woods. It's my hood, homie.
Man, it's my hood, homie. I'm talking about robbing you pussy niggas and mobbing you pussy niggas, yeah. Me and my niggas about to slow you up. Now all I need is $100, 10 just to knock them off. I'm about this drama, dawg. So if you about running your lip, then get from around me, cause my niggas about to knock you off.
I thought I told you pussies that it ain't time to play. It's time to get up, jump up, and spray the cage. You run your mouth once and twice and homie.
Man, it's your homeboy Dynasty, also known as the motherfucking Don, man. Check out my people, Lil Aizy, Jay Grimes, man. Villain Boys, what they do, you already know. Dynasty the Don, man. I'm out.
Pop, Dirty Boy, Straight Ball, Cashville Crunk, BIA. Shouts out to the Villain Boys, villainboytv.info. That's the Cronkest web show. Who Cronked in that web show? Not in there, no. Not in there, no. We got Ishmael, Corleone, we got Jay Corleone, we got Grimes, we gonna get his ass in the camera right now. Say what's up to the world.
What it do, man, it's your boy Jay Grimes, and I got my homies, the Dirty Boys, Wild and Fizz. No. You know what I'm saying? Man, tonight's gonna be the real. We gonna find out what the
TUNNA, Big Cashville, Stunnerful, G Swag in the biz, you feel me? It's Cashville Money Squad.
And you watching Villain Boys TV, bitch.
We fuck with them, so all the haters stay off.
Villain Boys TV, yeah.
Cashville's youngin' in the building, shaking the whole time like you rubbing the Gina together. You know what it is, rocking with
You know how we roll, little CMX shit, you know, a neighborhood to the world blow, cause you know it's
Tell them what they talking about.
Look, nothing but money.
It's Money
Nothing
Squad
but
over
money.
here for a
Cashville
reason.
Money Squad. Right here.
Check this shit out. Y'all check it out.
So the Villain Boys, we did a lot of stuff, man, and you know, during that era, man, is when you know, the first type of live streaming for live streams at night you could do on the internet. You know, that's what now, like during the MySpace days, and we used to have what we called Villain Boy TV, and you know, Villain Boy TV was fun, man. We used Tiny Chat and then a service that was so much different then than what it is now, but it's called livestream.com. Back then it was kind of ran like a TV studio. You could bring stuff in and out. I mean, it was neat. We were like the only ones doing it. And you know, we kind of built a cult following through that, you know, man? And so during that Villain Boy Cityfied era, you know, we were out selling CDs, man, burning CDs up 30, 40 a day and go out and sell them. We'd spend 6-7 hours a day out selling CDs. And really, honestly, me and Grimes kind of made a living at it, even though we blew most of it on pot. We stayed high for sure off the weed, though, because we always had the weed. You know, that was a good era, man. It made some good music.
You know, I came up in this club here tonight, thinking it was gonna be dead and shit. And I walked in, and just women everywhere, you know what I'm saying? What's up? You know, there's only one thing, shorty. There's only one thing, shorty.
Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Oh, just shake that ass. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Won't you move that ass? Won't you shake so fast? Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Oh, just shake that ass. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Won't you move that ass? Won't you shake it so fast?
Come on, little mama, drop it low. Shake that booty all the way to the floor. Come on, girl, slide down that pole. I'll be in the back, moving on that draw. Come see me, girl, when you're ready to go. Till it's time, I'm on that floor. I love it, girl, when you dance with me. I want us to get freaky. Thinking your booty like ecstasy. I got these other girls next to me. Pull out your clothes, let's get dirty. We dancing in the club, don't be nervous. Everybody staring cause you is shirtless. Now I'm playing with your panty line. As you drop it low, you look so fine. As I look now, that it's time. You going to my crib to make you mine. Let's hurry up, let's waste no time. With your clothes off, you look so fine. 5 hours later, you addicted to me. You said you love how I make you scream. I'm your drug and you're my fame. I hate saying goodbye, but love it when you leave. You calling me now cause you really need me.
Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Oh, just shake that ass. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Won't you move that ass? Won't you shake so fast? Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Oh, just shake that ass. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Won't you move that ass? Won't you shake it so fast? Little shorty, let me tell you what, I wanna see you get down real low. Touch your toes, sitting on the dime, baby, on getting blow. Baby girl, your ass so swole. Let it shake like a bowl of jello. Pretty little girl, get low, low. Maybe after this here, the club just closed. Maybe you could give me a ride on home. Smoke a blunt, let it get high. Let me tell you what I had a good time. Wanna come inside and take a ride on this here as a train. And like a speakers, I bang and bang. I'm good at doing my thing. You know I bang and bang and bang and bang. I see your face and face and face. Come on, look at this club, it's so packed. Let me tell you what I see so much at. Let me tell you, just get low. Let me tell you when we get home. Taking you just straight to the bedroom. Gonna take off all your clothes. Now's just the time just to get it on. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Oh, just shake that ass. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Won't you move that ass? Won't you shake so fast? Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Oh, just shake that ass. Little shorty, won't you shake that ass? Won't you move that ass? Won't you shake it so fast? Oh, shake that ass. Oh, shake that ass. Oh, shake that ass. Oh, shake that ass.
really started learning to get good at the mixing and the mastering, and first tries goes at building our own websites, having a live TV show. And I remember nights we'd get 200-300 people tuning into our live shows, man. It was cool, and it got so serious, man. During the day, while we were out, we'd make commercials of our own, and then we'd put them into our live feed. Because, like I said, the site used to let you kind of run it like a broadcast studio, you know. So you could do your live stream and cut to an ad and just pop a video in, you know, kind of like what I do now on my live streams. But this was way back in 2005, 2006, 2007, you know. But it's also during that era that life hit me pretty good. I'd had that heart surgery, thought I was going to die. And at that same time, I lost my first girlfriend. She ended up cheating on me and all that crap. So it really felt down and out. It was rough. You know, that's like your first love, you know. Everybody has their first love. That's always like the hardest break ever for anybody is first love. And so that kind of sunk me deeper into the music and probably even alienated me more away from my kids, man, my first 3 kids. And, you know, anyways, it's at that point in time that I hooked up with my second girlfriend. Really didn't want to be with that girl, but I was kind of homeless, didn't have nowhere to live, and that was the opportunity of a place to live and to keep pursuing the music and not have to go spend my whole life working a job. And, you know, when you look back on it, man, you know, chasing that music dream, you know, no telling where I would be in life right now if I never would have pursued music then, you know. Maybe I would have got a college degree, or maybe I'd have done this or done that, I don't know. But, you know, again, during that era, man, I continued to think I was really finding myself. But again, I was finding myself for the music only at the expense of the people that I loved. But at the same time, I was just trying to hit that Bone Thug note again, because I knew if I could get there again and get big, then my kids would never have to worry for anything. So, I mean, at the same time, my heart was in the right place, but it wasn't the right thing to do. And what I didn't realize was I was alienating my kids, man, you know. Even if I was trying to search $1 million out to get an education, you know.
Mic and I start to sing, spit deep flows and I'm doing my thing. Everywhere that I go, people start that beat. Let me tell you, I never leave without heat. I'm a motherfucking villain and I make you see. Represent that there Tennessee. Every day I do the same damn thing. When I go to bed I had the same damn dream. Walking down this same damn street, thinking about that good life. I gotta keep it right, I gotta stay in the height. Running down the street till late at night, and I've learned through time and I've made mistakes. And now I know I can do better things and I can lighten my shirt insane. Done a lot of dirt that he is in the game, and a lot of motherfuckers just call me names. And now I don't even let it bother me. My homies at? But where's my family at? We here to stay.
We on our way to the top and we will not stop. It's a must that we shine. Haters like it or not. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling. We on our way to the top and we will not stop. It's a must that we shine. Haters like it or not. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling.
We gonna rise all the way to the top. Ain't nobody ever stop us. Now let me go ahead and go explode. Doing big things, so we have to blow up in the game. Can nobody ever change the way we're doing things. This is our own way. The heat that you feeling at the flames relay on these tracks every day. I'ma go ahead and speed this up. Now everybody Everybody gonna lift your cup. Come on, haters, keep your hating up. If you want trouble, then you better back up. Now you know, cause we have a ride. We got the fame, you can't take our shine. If you want something, let me know. We about to take this over. Come for me now, we'll show ya. We about to rock this crowd tonight. Security's here, don't start no fight. We the one to bring a rowdy crowd. Come on now, let's shut this down. Put your fist up in the LVLA. Feeling, feeling,
We on our way to the top and we would not stop. It's a must that we shine. Haters like it or not. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling. We on our way to the top and we would not stop. It's a must that we shine. Haters like it or not. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling. Keep hustling, keep hustling, keep hustling.
Next chapter is my pursuit of a solo career. You know, up until that point, almost every song I ever did, I was either just doing hooks and verses. Never really did full songs as a solo artist, guys. So it was a really big struggle to go from doing the group things all your life to being a solo artist, and it really took me a good year or two to really start being a good solo artist, and you know, without growing bored of doing it, you know, man, because I was so used to having a blast of doing group stuff, you know. So when you find yourself being a solo artist, all of a sudden you see part of the fun aspect gone, you know what I mean? And that's what kind of happened there. Music stopped being fun, you know, for a while there. And so, you know, I started working jobs. I got a car job, selling cars at a point there, and made good money. Ended up getting better equipment and ended up starting making music. You know, for about a year there I quit making music, you know, and just lost the love for it. The fun was gone. And then when I finally got a decent job and got off my ass and got a job, I got good equipment and it started becoming fun again. And that's when I've been stuck on the solo career ever since, and I just love making music, guys. I love it, especially as a solo artist. I don't have to deal with is this person gonna jump ship or this ship, you know. I mean, just to keep a group together is fucking hard and stressful, man, and keep people in agreement on things, and it's really hard. But you know, and now that you weren't in a group, I found that people were more eager to hate, you know. And it was around that time where me and Big Smo started beefing. You know, he was starting to blow up in music, and we'd see him out and about in town. And you know, like one day we saw him at Walmart. We just got done doing a show, and he was at Walmart with his people, and they got in line behind us to check out, and we had CDs on us. So we tried to give Big Smo a CD, and he's like, I don't want that shit. And we had some girl with us, real cocky thug girl, and she looked back and says, you know what, you're gonna take that fucking CD, man. That dude ain't done fucking nothing to you, man. You're doing big things. You won't believe how highly he talks of you. He looks up to you, bro. If you don't want to listen to the CD, just throw it in the trash as you go out, but don't be disrespectful like that, bro. Just take the CD. I mean, damn, dude, it wouldn't hurt you, man. You know, but instead you want to come back and pop off, man, oh, fucking, I don't want that shit. Like, damn, man, you know. So, you know, that started the beef with me and Smo, and you know, I didn't let that lie down, you know, I definitely went on and spoke about it, you know, in defense of myself, you know. I was like, man, this dude thinks he's blowing up, and now he got this big chip and ego on his fucking shoulder, and, you know, man, and so I started dissing him. Sure the fuck did. You know, you want to be disrespectful to me, I can do the same back, you know. So I went on the defensive, and then, you know, Smo pushed back. I pushed back again, and that's how that kind of went down. And then right around that time, you know, I don't know, man, it was just crazy era right there, man. You know, somehow things bettered out for a while there, and then I was doing shows at this club in Lewisburg, Tennessee. Smo was really hitting big, and they were like, hey man, I know you're friends with Smo, man, can you get him in here for us? So I talked to him, man. So Smo was like $3,500 up front. And the dude was like, okay. So, you know, I lined it up. I was like the middleman, lining that whole show up. Smo was like, what do you want out of this, man? Everybody wants something, man. What do you want? And I was like, I don't want anything, man. I just want to open for you, man. He was like, okay. So I remember for like 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks there, you know, we had to send our CD into them so they could proof it, to have it all there so we could, you know, perform. And it's crazy, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. Because we show up to a show that night. When we get there, the show starts at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We show up, kind of like a little Villain Boy reunion thing there. Now we were called Cityfied. And Smo, first thing he does is walk in that club and goes, what the fuck is this shit? Like cussing us. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on with this dude? I didn't tell you can bring no merch table. I was like, you never told us we couldn't. Everybody brings a merch table to a show. Everybody sells merch. What's the problem? He's like, it's fuck it. This won't happen again. So then we go up there and then he was like, oh, we lost your CD. I was like, well, that's good. I'm always triple prepared, guys. So I was like, oh, man, that's cool, man. We got another CD right here and we got it on a thumb drive. And if the thumb drive don't work, we brought our laptop. So what was happening was he was literally trying to put us off the show by saying we lost the CD. And then they told me the CD wouldn't play that I gave them. And then we gave them a thumb drive and all of a sudden that worked. Because they knew they weren't going to get out of that, you know what I'm saying? So we went in that night, man, we shined. We turned almost $600, $700, $800 in merchandise sales, which pissed him off. I mean, he was so livid about that merch, man, it was crazy. And but we flipped it that night, man. We did great. We outshined Smo. I mean, we ended our set with so much thunder that he could never get that thunder.
Yeah, because the next one, y'all got to get out here and start shaking some ass. Yeah, that's the best part of a Saturday night, ain't it? Is to shake some ass and dance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We go a little louder with that. Hey, I need you ladies to get up on the seats. This ain't working. Everybody get out here. Come on. I see you on the back not dancing either. Come on.
There's only one thing, shorty. Only one thing, shorty.
You really want to shake that ass. Oh, just shake that ass. You really want to shake that ass. When you move that ass, shake so fast. You really want to shake that ass. Oh, really just shake that ass. You really want to shake that ass. When you move that ass, shake so fast. Hey, little women, drop it low. Shake that booty all the way to the floor. Girl, slide down that pole. I'll be in the bed, putting on that glow. Come to me, girl, when you're ready to go. Till this time, I'm on that floor. I love it, girl, when you dance with me. I want us to be freaking. Getting your body like ecstasy. I got these other girls next to me. Rock your clothes and be nervous. Dance in the club, don't be nervous. Everybody's different, but you be shirtless. Now I'm so man in line. Let me never know you look so fine. As I look now, that is time. Make you mine. Let's waste no time. Let your clothes go, you look so fine. Why the lady, you addicted to me? You say you love, I'll make you scream. I'm the blood, you're my fiend. I hate seeing you buy another when you leave. You fucking me now, hey. You say you wanna shake that ass. Oh, just shake that ass. You say you wanna shake that ass. But you move that ass, wanna shake so fast. You say you wanna shake that ass. Oh, just shake that ass. You say you wanna shake that ass. Move that ass, shake it so fast. Hey, so let me tell you what, I wanna see you get down on the low. Touch your toes, sitting on the down, baby, I'll be low. Let me give you ass get swole. Let it shake like a bowl of jello. You let the bowl get low. Baby, after this shit, fuck this bowl. Baby, you can give me the ride on home. So the boy, let's get high. Let me tell you what I had a good time. When I come inside, take a ride on this shit. It is a train, and like a speakers, I bang and bang. I'm good at doing my thing. You know I bang and bang and bang and bang. I see your face and face and face. Come on, look at this club, it's so packed. Let me tell you what I see so much at. Let me tell you, just get low. Let me tell you, baby, get home. Taking you just straight to the bedroom. Then take off all your clothes. Now it's time to get it on. Let me show you what you shake that ass. Oh, just shake shake that ass. Let me show you what you shake that ass. What you move that ass, what you shake so fast. Let me show you what you shake that ass. Oh, you just shake that ass. Let me show you what you shake that ass. What you move that ass, what you shake so fast. Hey, 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 shake that ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 oh, shake that ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 shake that ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 shake that ass. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the question. We done. Now I gotta hear what y'all think. If y'all like that shit, let me hear a big oh yeah! One more time, yeah! And that's out here in Lewisburg, Tennessee. Y'all had a good night, City Fine Country Boys.
And from that point on, it was really beef on, man. So right after that, he signed to Warner Brothers, and our beef really went to another level. And being a defensive person, man, people do me dirty. I'm gonna reply back. And me replying back ended up me getting arrested 4 times on fake ass charges. You know, like charges of phone harassment. And then I'd have to go to court. And then I'd show, hey, these motherfuckers called me first. They just didn't show you that on the call record, or tried to say I vandalized his keypad at his gate. You know, man, which we didn't. We knew who did it. Because someone told us they did. And so I'd gone on Twitter and just wrote, ha ha ha, at least my gate didn't get got. So that was evidence for them to say I did it, so I got arrested for that. And of course I went to court, I was like, man, prove that shit, man. Prove that, man, I'm going to trial. So that shit got dropped because there's literally no evidence that I did that. And then, you know, out of retaliation for that shit, I went and did a music video and shot it in front of his house. And I dropped a big ass green screen a big ass, I mean, if that was a real life bomb, that bomb would have been like 100 foot long. I mean, it was like twice the length of his house. You know, so the bomb was so huge, you knew it wasn't believable. And I dropped that bitch in the music video on his house and blew his house to smithereens. And I'll be damned within 4 days of that video being released, I got arrested, man. The warrant says I'm in fear of my family's safety. And here's the thing, dude. We never mentioned his name in that video. We never even said that was his house. So the only people, this is pre-A&E TV, the only people that knew that was his house was a few people that lived around there, dude, you know? So when I went to court, I used the law in my favor. You know, the law states if what you're doing is a constitutionally protected right, and you're doing it for a legitimate purpose, and you can't get him with that charge. You know, and there was no direct threats made. Like I said, we never mentioned him. And so I got out of all those charges, man. I got out of all those charges. And you know, like I said, man, that's the era where all this beef started. So Smo blew up. So then all the artists in the game and all these other wannabes all of a sudden look at me like I'm some clout chaser, like I'm some dude that's trying to ride a motherfucker's nuts. And it's never been that, you know. Again, it's like I talked about earlier in this documentary, is I'm all about the music, man. The music's where I get my high. So, you know, that was crazy, you know. And I guess that'll bring us to the next chapter of all the different trolls and the drama that's happened since then.
Aizy here. Think I'm about to rattle a couple nerves on this track. Been a very long year, haters always talking shit, and I don't even get it. Yeah, they label me just a bit. Treat them like some paper towel, I bought them up and throw them away. Walk away as if I never really ever gave a damn. Fuck a rate, need to get a little bit misbehaved. I heard that Clizzy Jones, you cannot listen to a word he say. I heard he's up in the closet, yeah, that fucker really gay. Shotgun, chain, where did you go? You called out up, church, you whacking, yeah, he murdered you. Every track you seem to do, you seem to use that auto-tune. Big Poe, yeah, the world's shortest record deal depends. Depends where you wanna go, cause right now this genre, let me tell ya, yeah, it go to hell. Top 3%, and let me tell ya, yeah, they just the ones that blame for this. And I think most of us in this genre are sick of it. Muddy beats, muddy beats, muddy beats. Let me tell you, them fuckers, yeah, they really got me. Muddy beats, muddy beats, muddy beats. You see, are only just about that dog. Muddy beats, don't care about you. Muddy beats, only about that dog. Muddy beats, just need to fall. Now you can ask around about me. People gonna say he's a whack motherfucker, that Lil Aizy. You'll see pictures floating around and say the name Lil Aizy or Lil Aizy. But let me tell you, that shit don't even fade me. It makes me get back and do tracks like this against people like Tuba Davis. Or what about Renee when I stood up for her and then she left me hanging? Bitch, I'm sorry, motherfuckers with no morals is what we got here. Hip hop is falling down and we need a new motherfucker dude to come and try to speak it up. Lace it up, rip it up, twist it up. Motherfucker, what the fuck? Why'd you do me the way you did? Sorry, I did nothing but show you love. That's it. And then one day you blocked me. As if I fucked your fucking girl or something, bro. Motherfucker, all for the price of fame. Muddy beats, muddy beats, muddy beats. Let me tell you, them fuckers, yeah, they really got me. Muddy beats, muddy beats, muddy beats. You see, are only just about that dough. Muddy beats, don't care about you. Muddy beats, only about that dough. Muddy beats, just need to fold. Now when I got in this game, all I wanted to do was make music. And then when you make music, you get all these little punk ass motherfuckers that wanna come and hate you. Well, I called out who I wanted to call out. I figured if Eminem gonna do an album calling everybody out, I might as well do one song. If you were mentioned on this song, fuck you. Signed, Lil Aizy.
You know, that's one thing, guys, I've learned about the music game. People have found out somehow, and the fans seem to encourage it, is that beef, drama, chaos leads to success for a lot of people. You know, you got people like Upchurch that bully people. I mean, fuck, look what he did to us.
He ain't with nobody.
Oh, it's Lil Aizy.
Oh shit.
What are you doing?
What up? Talking about you. What up?
Well, good. Look, he ain't even mad no more. Now he's happy we're on here. Look good.
Hey, you still put my fucking name in a song, I'm gonna motherfucking reply back even if it sucks worse than yours. You can believe that. You can believe that, yeah.
Listen, slow down, Uncle Keith. Hold on.
I can't hear
What
Hey,
the lyrics say?
Can you hold on just a minute?
We can't hear you.
I know, so get the headphones.
We need headphones.
Let her get the headphones.
Open your fucking ears, then. Listen, Little AZ. What the lyrics say?
No,
then?
it's Little Aizy. You got to get it right, man.
Yeah, no, I don't. Listen, what did the lyrics say? If I was talking about you, what did it say? Because I just now found out who the fuck he was. I'm gonna be completely honest.
This man. Hey, what's up? I can hear you now.
Can't hear you.
Let's do it. Come on. Talk. Come on, you got to speak.
I'm waiting for you to answer the question, you fucking white tip mouth looking motherfucker. Look, what did the fucking song say?
Fuck you.
He said, what did the
Get
song
the
say?
Elmer's glue out the corner of your mouth and answer my question. God damn.
Hey, I'll tell you this, man. I'll fucking bump you right the fuck up off here, man.
Well, good. Bump it off then.
Bingo.
What do you want? What do you want? What?
What's up?
Nothing. What do you want?
You're the one that sent the invite. What do you want to talk about?
Listen, Dick, you've been talking about me for a week. What do you want?
What do I want?
Yes, I mean you obviously want me to diss you in a song. We
You
already
know,
that.
here's what I would love. You know what I would love to.
He
You know what I
said
would
Lil
love to
Aizy.
see.
I swear,
No,
I heard
no,
it.
no. Come
He
on,
told
come
me.
on.
He said Lil Aizy.
Okay. It sure sounded like it. And it sounded like that to a lot of people, man. You know,
We're
you're a
good.
pretty creative dude to do
All
subliminal
50
shit.
of
You
them.
know that?
We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me tell you, man. You know what you need to be doing, man. You
Tell
got
me,
the
Uncle
world.
Steve. Tell me.
No. Look, brother.
I'm
You got the
looking.
fucking world worshiping you like you a god.
Really?
one day
Because I
you
ain't seen none of them. Fuck, my yard been empty all morning.
This dude ain't nothing.
Ain't nobody come worship me. No, sir. Not everybody. Well, not all. Well, somebody was.
I mean, I'm just saying, dude.
but
Why
not
don't
anybody else, though.
Why don't you do good shit like praise shit, dude, instead of always gunning at people like this?
Motherfucker,
Like right now,
I
you're
ain't
being
about to knock
cocky
on
as
nobody's
fuck.
door and like fucking.
This is a problem
threaten
of
them to buy a
society,
Bible.
bro.
I don't give a fuck.
That's the whole problem. This little cockiness you got is the whole problem with this country.
It's
Everybody
called
thinks
confidence. Something you ain't fucking
no,
got.
that ain't
Which is why
confidence.
I'm where I'm
you
at.
ain't bringing
You're where
no
you're at.
motherfucking.
Now
you know
what?
Fuck this
Dude,
dude.
one
You can't
night,
talk to
which
this
y'all
dude.
just saw,
Get him off.
and just totally bullied me and my wife, and just dogged the fuck out of us, man. It was like why? You know? I mean, you gunned at us first, you know? And so once again, guys, the world looks at us like we clout chase it, and we trying to diss big people so we can get famous. But you know what, man? Dissing people like that guy who's as big as he is, anybody with a logical mind is going to know that's not going to do you any justice. That's not going to get you big, you know what I'm saying? You know, and of course it didn't, you know, man. What it did, it was brought a ton more haters, and I knew that's what it was going to do. And I mean, even when you listen to the lyrics of the song of my diss, you know, I even say it in there, you know, this is not going to benefit me none, but guess what? I'm a real motherfucker, and I will always defend myself, and that's what we did. And, you know, same thing with Justin Stowers. That guy, I mean, he's horrible, dude. That guy even did a help a hater-thon, and actually sent us $450 fucking of money that he raised to help a hater. Like, Jesus, you know, and that's really the era where I started really being, you know, like, you know what, I'm gonna be a different guy than the rest of this industry, and I'm gonna use the hate, and I'm gonna deliver good messages for it of why you should defend yourself, why you should always rise up against other people's hate. Don't quit, don't cheat, don't turn into a crook because those people do the same thing to you. Instead, deliver a good message from it and always stand your ground and always defend yourself. And you know, what I've learned in this industry, guys, is people, it's so easy for them to just flip the narrative, that just pull pieces out of the truth, keep a little bit of the truth there, and then twist that shit up like cookie dough. And that's what they do. And then the fans are so dumb that they don't question it, because guess what? They're big artists. Oh, that's one of my favorite artists. You know, so the people believe them automatically and never demand proof. You know, it's during that time Justin Stowers started running around telling everybody I beat my wife. I've literally had people write me and say, oh, we got video of you beating her. That's funny because, you know, my wife knows it, I know it, God knows it. I've never put a hand on my wife, so how the fuck you got a video of me beating my wife? Hey, please release the fucking video. But they never do. They never do. Never release a video. You know, so at the end of the day, it's very clear what they do. Is they cause controversy, drama, chaos to help further their career because they think it's going to bring fans in, and it creates a dialogue between them and the fans and entertainment. And, you know, but again, as I said in the beginning of this, guys, I'm not in the music for the fame, the likes, the views, the plays, to get pussy or any of that shit, man. I've always made music because I love making music. It's a high to me, and it's something that's been with me ever since a child. And that's why I'm gonna stay fighting, guys. You know, they want to knock you down. They want us to just vanish. They want to push so hard that we just say, you know what, fuck it, we quit. But it's not gonna happen, guys. So you know, it brings us on to the next topic. So, you know, man, it brings me to this, you know, now currently, man, we're in Iowa, about to move out of here. Been here about 6 months, guys, and, you know, we're in Iowa for the simple fact that we had to run from the trolls and the haters and the people we were being swatted 2-3 times a month. My job was getting 50 calls a month. I mean, it was horrible chaos, man. And we, you know, on November 12th of 2019, little Paisley was born. And, you know, we just, it wasn't a good life there for her. So we thought we'd move to Iowa, and we had a thing happen here, been a lot of drama and chaos here. And, you know, so here in later life, man, the drama and the chaos, it keeps manifesting, keeps growing. And because people couldn't destroy you doing this and that and this and that, they're persistent, guys. They're persistent. And more than ever in this internet age, the main things it seems like music fans want anymore is the drama, the chaos, the infighting, the negativity, and so these people are just so, I mean, this is like the era we're in right now. You know, the 90s were drive-by killings of rappers era, you know. This era is try to destroy everybody you can on any angle you can, and make sure you live stream that shit, you know, or make sure you get it in a song, or make sure you video capture something, or, you know, get somebody on the inside of their team to sell them out. You know, I mean, that's the level of persistence now. So, you know, and that kind of brings us to the future, man. And the future, here in a few weeks, we're moving to a new place around some great people in the physical world, and we're gonna join forces, and we got a lot of great things coming. I'm not even gonna discuss those, but you guys will see. And, you know, this is kind of the story of me, my life, the truths, the facts, and people will probably say, oh, he's lying here, he's lying there, but you know what? There's nothing for me to gain by lying and not being real, you know, because at the end of the day tomorrow, they're gonna still hate me, lies, truth, whatever, you know. But I wanted to do this documentary, and people around me wanted me to do it because, you know, we need to get our side out, you know, from where it started and where it's going and what's happened all in between. And that's what we're trying to do. We're you know, I'm at this point in life where, you know, with little Paisley, man, I see that I have a chance at redemption with a child, because I blew away all the years with my other children and wasn't the father that I was supposed to be. So, man, my number one goal is to do what's best for my daughter. At the same time, I'm going to be that individual to her that I, through my actions, show her that if you get bullied in school, you need to stand up. And under no instance do you let people make you run away or quit your dream, or make you tuck your tail between your legs or put you in a corner. You always rise up, and you always stand up, and you always keep fighting.
I don't know what it is about this.
Will I be out here rolling on these back roads? They be coming real soon. Yeah, I'm having nightmares. Wanna be just the best damn father that the world's just ever known. Work hard but still don't just make me enough dough. Will I be out here rolling on these back roads? They be coming real soon. Yeah, I'm having nightmares. Wanna be just the best damn father that the world's just ever known. Work hard but still don't just make me enough dough. Now all my life I've worked hard, but I never just like found my way. I think that it's crazy, man, that money just defines a man. I know one thing, that I'm gonna do everything that I can do, just to give my little daughter just the best damn life that she deserves. Out here, but I know one thing, that we live right here on a crazy earth. So hush, little baby, don't say a word. I'm gonna find a way that just works. And now I'm sitting in this room, yeah, I'm sitting all alone. It's dark and yeah, my emotions got me deep up in the zone. Little Paisley Grace, I cannot wait to bring you home. Made us just so much better than we were before. And every day I'll do my best, I'll never quit, I promise this. My faith in God, we stand tall, cause I know we just like God. Will I be out here rolling on these back roads? They be coming real soon. Yeah, I'm having nightmares. Wanna be just the best damn father that the world's just ever known. Work hard but still don't just make me enough dough. Will I be out here rolling on these back roads? They be coming real soon. Yeah, I'm having nightmares. Wanna be just the best damn father that the world's just ever known. Work hard but still don't just make me enough dough. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3.
First steps, first words, hoping that it daddy. First day of school, I'm praying that I'm on this earth, girl. Elementary graduation, then it off to middle school, then it's off to high school. Anybody mess with you, then they be dealing with your daddy. Put him in a casket. All I want for you is happiness and just some laughing. Good times, memories in college, watch you be something better than your dad. That's a goal that I'm hoping. Never will I quit you, I'll be here until my dying day. Paisley, I just love you, I will never quit you. Never just forget that it loves you. Will I be out here rolling on these back roads? Baby coming real soon. Yeah, I'm having nightmares. Wanna be just the best damn father that the world's just ever known. Work hard but still don't just make me enough dough. Will I be out here rolling on these back roads? Baby coming real soon. Yeah, I'm having nightmares. Wanna be just the best damn father that the world's just ever known. Work hard but still don't just make me enough dough. So Paisley, I'm never gonna stop trying to give you that life that I never had. I love you. See you soon.
You know, even if you're always down, you still get back up and keep fighting. So, you know, guys, here I am at 44 years old. I've done stuff with Tim the Moonshiner, Bo Dude, you know, I mean, I've done a lot with a lot of people. I was good friends with Bushwick Bill. God rest his soul. He passed away a few years ago of pancreatic cancer, but he used to come to my house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cool. How cool is that, you know? So, guys, I'm very confident of the future because I'm not out here like my competition, and I'm not out here chasing the likes and the views and the fame. My goal is to be a good person with a good message, to lead by example. And I know smoking a cigarette ain't a good example, but I'm sure the hater will call that out. Or drinking a beer, but you know what? It's Friday night, so I'm drinking a beer. You know, say what you say.
Every day I be rolling on the ground, rolling on these back roads, trying to find my way home. People every day, they just don't understand the game. I'm a crazy little fella from the country back street. I don't really give a damn anymore what you think. I'm just gonna stay right here, just in my lane and doing my thing. I'm just right here down by the creek. I'm trying to mind my fucking business. People always trying to get nosy, try to get up in my shit. Gotta go flip it, rip it, twist it. Yeah, I know I gotta get it. Yeah, I'm straight up fucking with it. One day, yeah, I'm gonna get it. No matter just living their lives as they spin around this world. I'm just gonna keep just focusing on my children and just my girl. Don't pay attention to everything you heard, 'cause most of it is made up shit. They wanna get you just to hate us, the same person they hate. That's why I keep my ass just out here on this back road, 'cause I just don't wanna deal with this shit no more. And now this country boy just come to life when you put the mic just in my hand. Come and give me just a couple damn beers and we run around like a madman. Those fog machines, them crazy lights just moving out just across the crowd. Got the hate bales just laid out, flying fire just like the sky. And down in the city you can't do that, in the country you just like can't do that. See, down in the country got a little more freedom just to do what you want to do. And maybe I'm just too old, maybe it's time to go. Maybe I should just pick up this damn microphone and start to flow. You see, I love this shit like riding dirt bikes and ride my ATV. I'll just go back in the woods and be alone, just little old me. Or maybe I will buy a steel and brew up just some shine, and then I'll sit back with that gal and fucked up on my mind. Don't pay attention to everything you heard, 'cause most of it is made up shit. They wanna get you just to hate us, the same person they hate. That's why I keep my ass just out here on this back road, 'cause I just don't wanna deal with this shit no more. Hey little mama, doing your thing. I bet you taste better than a chicken wing. I guess I'll always be hated, I don't let it bother me. Once I got quite low in 98, just on the interstate, I thought I'd change it up
That's a felony. See, that's why I just don't want the fame, I want my family. That's why I kinda like stepped back for a little while and I just really thought to myself, what really matters? It ain't the fame, it ain't the play, it ain't the light, it's family. It's living about good times, it's living for the memories, it's living for the smiles on their faces. And there ain't no money in the world that can buy that. But family, don't pay attention to everything you hear, 'cause most of it is made up shit. They wanna get you just to hate just the same person they hated. That's why I keep my ass just out here on this back road, 'cause I just don't wanna deal with this shit no more. But we're gonna just keep living for the music. We're gonna keep doing music first and doing good messages that can help people be better people. And people can continue to hate us, troll us, dog us, tell lies on us, spread propaganda on us. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here on this path, guys, and keep doing real music. And through honesty, dude, you don't ever have to lie. You know, you don't have to lie and then have to know how do I cover up the lie later on down the road. Through honesty, you know, being good people will get you hated. Being good people will get you trolled. Being good people will always bring some of the unworthy people out of the woodwork. And my message through all this is all through my life, is they're gonna knock you down over and over, man. It's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure they're gonna knock me down again. But I'll get right back up, and we're gonna keep on trucking. And we're gonna keep on being the good people we are, even though they're trying to make the world think otherwise. You know, and my message to people is when you look at us, look at my wife, look at me, look at my daughter, the only thing we ask you to do is use your one brain, your two eyes, and your two ears. Don't take what people say and run with it. You know, demand proof. You know, demand proof. Because we live in a world now where it is so easy with the internet for people to tell lies and those lies prosper. And so in closing, that's my closing. I hope you guys like this documentary. But we felt like this would be something good. That way people can see our story, see it from our angle. And, you know, it's up to y'all if you want to believe us or think that we're lying and whatnot. What can I say, man? I mean, got people that diss our baby, man. I mean, I got a message yesterday, man. Oh, your baby's ugly. You know, I mean, people are pretty shiesty people. You know, and I'm growing better as a person. I'm starting to learn to let some things go. And focus on the things that really truly matter, and that's the music, that's the family, and that's doing right things, and most of all, importantly, staying on God's road and leading by example and being honest and real in everything I do. And that's, I guess, the closing of it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. We got a lot of great things coming. I really have a feeling that the spring and summer is going to be off the chain. We don't depend on nobody else. Me and my team, we do it all ourselves. And our ultimate goal is to start putting shows on around spring, renting our own venues, bringing our own equipment, and doing everything ourselves, and not depending on anybody in this industry. And you know, we'll hopefully have opening acts, and we'll definitely make sure that we pick good people that have the same mindset, the same morals, and the same principles as we do. And I think by doing so together, one show at a time, we can change lives for the better. I appreciate it, y'all, man. This is my documentary called The Dream, from where it started and where it's going, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.